Welcome back, everybody. This is my second time filming this because I stuttered so much in the first one. Anyways, you weren't supposed to know that. Look, I was up early today streaming. I got outside. The heat wave sucks. If you have the heat right now, I'm so sorry. That sucks. It's brutal. I hate it. It's way too hot out. Go for a walk for like 1 second and I'm sweating. We've posted on this channel 9 or 8 days in a row. We're on fire because you guys are on fire. And also, the football is great. We got a lot going on with this Club World Cup. We got transfers. We're talking about everything. We're posting these on Spotify as well, guys. The link is going to be in the description. If you want to watch those, feel free to drop the playlist a follow. It will just renew every day. If not, they're going on YouTube, obviously, guys. It's just extra content. We're not making any money off it yet. We'll see. Anyways, guys, we're talking Real Madrid, Pachuca. I just want to say thank you, everybody, for all the support on the channel. It's been incredible, man. You guys have been showing up like crazy, and it's been awesome, man. It's been awesome talking about the beautiful game. This game is my life, man. I play football all the time, watch football all the time. I love it, man. So thank you, guys. It's been an honor to discuss it with you and read your comments. We're talking Real Madrid, Pachuca. Pachuca officially eliminated today, guys, from the Club World Cup. They are out. They're done. Not the best showing from them, considering they had an opportunity today. They didn't do all that much. However, they did have 25 shots. It just, look, you could tell the difference in quality today between a Pachuca and a Real Madrid. Pachuca was just missing that extra final third decision-making, that bit of quality. There's so many things to talk about today. First of all, congratulations, Xabi Alonso, guys. Gets his first win as a Real Madrid manager. I was actually quite happy with Real Madrid today. Because, yes, the second half slipped at moments. It wasn't great. You got to consider they were playing 10v11, and it was kind of hard to tell that all game. They did a really good job. Asensio, for me at this point, this is like the third or the fourth time I've seen this guy in 1 year just make a really bad decision. I don't like him. I just don't like the guy, man. I don't think he's I don't really think he's that good of a defender. Maybe I'm crazy for saying that. You guys know the opinions come out on this channel, but like for me to watch Dean Huijsen as a transfer go into this side within 2 games and look better than I've seen Asensio look, just in terms of his IQ, his decision-making, I trust the guy way more. I trust him so much more. His distribution, his decision-making of when to go and when not to go, his decision-making of when to put in a tackle or not. I feel like Asensio really lacks just the overall defensive IQ, and I'm not trying to just really go at him for that, but man, if I'm a Madrid fan going forward, I got to trust my center backs. Certain clubs, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Liverpool, these level of clubs, you got to have really trustworthy center backs. I mean, that's the core of your team. So Asensio going forward, should we give up on him? No. But man, this guy has to develop and get to that point where you can trust him, because I think all Madrid fans at this point are like wondering, what is this guy doing? Does this guy know it's the 6th or 7th minute of the game? All right. If you really feel like you're that beat, then give up the shot, but don't put your team through a whole 90 minutes of suffering playing a man down. It's just not a good decision. However, Thibaut Courtois, man, the best keeper since Neuer. He shows us. All right, now Alisson, Oblak, they've had great individual seasons. Man, this guy, Thibaut Courtois, the double save. He said, did you forget about me? Did you forget about me? Pachuca with 25 shots today. Courtois had to make a couple good saves. That was one of them. And that was in the 35th minute. So then after that, or like the 32nd, Jude Bellingham goes out there. And this is why I say Jude is him, man. I love Jude. I think he's so good. Really just great understanding for the game, for his role set. And he takes an amazing pass from Fran Garcia with the first touch and just has a beautiful lefty finish, man. It was just so clean. Hits us with that iconic boom. It was great to see. Jude Bellingham gets on the score sheet today. Did you know Joe Bellingham debuted with Dortmund this weekend and also scored? That's pretty crazy as well. And then let me tell you, and this, look, I've got this planned out because I bookmarked this yesterday because I said I know I'm going to use this after this Madrid game because I know he's going to go crazy. All right, Arda Guler. If you watched the Euro 2024 with me or not with me, but you watched it, you know how special this kid is. Okay, we watched it all season. Like, man, is Arda going to play? Is he going to play? You got all these superstars on Madrid. He doesn't really play that much. He plays a bit. Towards the end of the season, he gets more runtime. Man, this kid, I tell you, people were giving him the generational level, comparisons with Yamal, even last summer, right? And then we don't get to see that much of him. And Xabi Alonso says, I want Arda Güler to be close to the ball. He's a special player and always helps the team play. He has an impact. Man, this is good to see. If you're a Real Madrid fan, I will say this. The benefit of today and the positive, just as a summary, your team goes down 1-0. You're in a group that's not a great situation for you. sorry, not going down 1-0, going down a man. Not a good situation to go down a man where you only have a point. You've got Salzburg, who already have 3 points, and Al Hilal, who have everything to play for. Not a good situation for you personally. This could have gone south so quickly. For example, Courtois doesn't make that freakish double save, and then you're playing down a man, down 1-0, okay? But the team really responded well today. I felt like they didn't let that get to them too much. You even see the match momentum. Yeah, I mean, there was more waves for Pachuca, especially in that early 15 minutes of the second half. But oh my God, Trent with the entry pass into the other Garcia, the striker, who's playing in front of in a break for Kylian Mbappe, who has a flu right now. He's playing ahead of him, and I think he looks pretty good, to be honest. He's contributed the last 2 games and looked solid. And then he does a beautiful first-time set to Guler, and we're like, yo, this is football. Like, Real Madrid is so interesting because they were right there last season in a lot of these competitions, but it's like that level of football. It feels like we hadn't seen that. And we know there's players like Trent who can play you and service you that kind of pass. And now I guess Garcia with that beautiful layoff, and Arda Guler, man, this kid is class. Like, he's going to give you that finish all day. So he gets on a score sheet, and it was just really pretty. As far as the second half goes, Pachuca starts off pretty strong. Real Madrid survive it. They're still up 2-0. And then, oh my goodness, we see Vinny, like, what do we think about Vinny, guys? And I want you guys to get in the comments and let me know about Vinny. Vinny's really frustrating for me. It almost feels like since he lost the Ballon d'Or, he goes on this whole run of like, he's going to be 10 times better and all this stuff. Like, it's been really poor from Vinny the last season, and I'm hoping that it turns around this year. I just want to see Vinny do more of what he did where Valverde gets the goal, and I'm going to explain why. It felt like Vinny really used his brain there. He decided, okay, I'm going to actually try to pick out a man in the middle, right, to enable my teammates to continue to move the ball forward and create something instead of this, like, many times this game I watch him. He does this thing where it drives me crazy in 7-a-side when you have these players that just dribble to the corner and then they get stuck. He does this where he does that fast push touch, then he gets stuck in the corner, and every type of momentum, every type of option is gone because he has to try to go skill 1v2. I want to see Vinny connect more with the team. I felt like on that Champions League run 2 years ago, he was doing way more of this. Maybe it's because he had Benzema, but I got to see him do more of this, man, because he makes a better decision this time instead of that stuff where he worthlessly skills and loses the ball, picks out Valverde in the middle, who then picks out Brahim Diaz. Brahim Diaz, wow, the class on this guy. Plays Valverde through. A perfect finish from Valverde, the toe finish. It was a beautiful goal. And I watched this Real Madrid game today, and I'm like, wow, these were 3 really good goals. Like, we're talking team goals. Fran Garcia into Jude Bellingham, good finish. Trent into other Garcia, into Arda, great finish. Vinny finds Valverde, who finds Diaz, back to Valverde. It's football. It's like we're watching football. And is it Xabi Alonso? I don't know. I don't know who it is. But what I will tell you is that if you're a Real Madrid fan, what you want to see out of this tournament, what you want to see out of the beginning of the season is more of this type of football. Less of the individual stuff, okay? Because this is going to guide you to the trophies that you want to get back to winning. So I felt like if there was any positive, it was that. Pachuca's only goal in this game actually came from probably not even their best chance. It was just really unlucky. So your final stats, Real Madrid outpossessed, which, look, like, I just found it impressive that the team, even though, yes, you could say it's just Pachuca, they definitely didn't let the red card sway too much. Obviously, when you're going to play a man down, you're going to suffer. You're going to concede the shots. Courtois did a really good job to keep them in the game. They still outpassed Pachuca almost by 200 passes, which is just impressive as is. And, when we take a look at the table now, a lot depends on the next game for what's going to happen. Real Madrid is going to play Salzburg in the last game, which is not going to be an easy game. However, the questions for Real Madrid is going to be the center backs going forward. What's going to happen? I think because of the red card, he's going to be suspended for next game. So you'll expect to see Rudy most likely. And look, I want to see this start off in this way again. I want to see Trent in that role. I want to see Garcia there. I felt like it looked solid today. And I got to be seeing this Arda Guler guy play, man. I mean, when Arda Guler is in the attacking mid position, when he doesn't get thrown out at right wing, what he's able to do in this team, wow. I know he only had 60 minutes, man, but I love seeing Arda Guler out there looking the way he looked. One thing to talk about, obviously, we're not really seeing what Xabi ball looks like with Mbappe in the team, but surely it can only benefit. Mbappe had 40 goals all competitions last year. This is where I'm going to leave this video and ask you guys what you think going forward. Like, Rodrygo didn't even play today. That's do we make anything of that? Do you guys think there's any significance with Rodrygo not even having a minute today? I don't know. That's what I was wondering. It looks like, for the move to leave, his wages are just going to be crazy. We saw him start off the season talking about loves Real Madrid, all this and all that. But do we think this is like a realistic possibility? We've heard that Arsenal are out for a striker and also a also a winger, just generally to pair with Saka. What do we think of this, guys? Do we think this is possible? My worry with Arsenal going for a player like Rodrygo, this is my worry. Does he really want to be an Arsenal player? Because we've already heard reports coming out that Rodrygo is demanding these just insane wages, right, for these teams that are interested. It seems like Arsenal is really the only team that's truly been interested. And we know Rodrygo's a phenomenal talent. We've heard Jude Bellingham on an interview say that he's actually the most impressive player at Real Madrid last season. He said that. He's the best player. In training, he's like the best player. That's what he says. He's just magical. But, is this a bad sign? Does he really want to go to Arsenal? Or he just, he wants to be a Madrid player, and if it's going to take him away from Madrid, it's going to be crazy wages. So you're just going to have to overpay like crazy, and that's the only way you can get someone there. Does he really want to go? And that's what I would worry about if you're an Arsenal fan. But Madrid fans, what are we thinking? And there's so many question marks going forward just about Madrid, how they're going to line up. I think that's still a question. And can we see this team play as a team? Can we see them play as a unit? Is it possible? If there's going to be a guy, it looks like, it's positive vibes going forward on the early stages of Xabi ball. We got a couple games left for the rest of the day. After that, guys, as we look into the next couple days of the Club World Cup, I want to talk about this. We have tomorrow 2 games at 3 and 2 games at 9. A lot rides on tomorrow, but more importantly, man, this Inter Miami Palmeiras game is going to be wild. It's at 9 p.m. It's going to be very late. I'm certainly very, very, very excited for it. And also, just a quick shout out, guys. Another quick shout out. I want to give a shout out to Juventus. They've looked really good in this tournament. So if you are a Juve fan on this channel, your team has looked very good. They had a really good showing today. I think Yildiz had 3 goals, I want to say. So crazy. Another day of the Club World Cup. Congrats to Real Madrid on their first win. I thought it was good today. I thought they showed a lot of fight. Being with that red card, it's hot. You got a full stadium. Could have let things slip, and you put yourself in a position to look like you are going to go to the knockouts with a good result, a positive result next match against Salzburg. So I'm going to be watching that Salzburg Al Hilal game. If it's crazy, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.